Well, what's going on, guys? Evan the Dark Souls enthusiast here, bringing another Dark Souls gameplay commentary on the PlayStation 3. This is going to be part 4 of my Dark Souls Let's Play series, which is your standard Let's Play, only it's not live commentated, and probably about 1 to 5% of it's going to be edited out, because I edit out when I'm fishing through my inventory and things like that, bottomless boxes, and just things to shorten the videos. This is going to be a shorter installment, only at 15 minutes as opposed to the usual 30 minutes. No particular reason for that other than this footage was cut at the end of the Undead Asylum, so this video is basically just a revisit of the Undead Asylum. The number one reason to go there is, of course, for the Peculiar Doll and for the Titanite slab, which is really worth getting just for the slab alone if you're like me and you make a lot of random plus 15 shields and weapons that you usually leave in your bottomless box and never use. But I'm getting a lift here from the Giant Crow, and I'm just going to get into the meat and potatoes of my commentary this time, since I've already done a Let's Play of the Asylum more than once. But I'm sure by now everyone knows the Dark Souls PC edition has been announced. It was pretty amusing for me that on my last commentary I said some information that turned out to be false, because, well, basically what happened was there's speculation that the PC version have new content, but that hadn't been confirmed yet. So I had said in my commentary that I really didn't think that, or at least I wasn't convinced that there would be new content. I thought it was just going to be a PC release, but, you know, not an hour after I was uploading the video, the official announcement came out and new content was confirmed. So basically put my foot in my mouth on that one, but, you know, live and learn, no huge loss there. And so Dark Souls on the PC, wow, you know, I never thought that was going to happen. I had discussed that with some of my friends, and I had guessed that there would never be a PC version, but I guessed that, well, you know, as a gamer, as many people who are watching these videos probably are gamers, I've played video games for a long time, and I've played a lot of video games, and one thing that's sort of always been commonplace is petitions. Petition to developers to do this, petitions to developers to do that, and you know, I've signed a lot of those petitions, and most of them never really came to results, so I just sort of lost faith in the petition process. But I think on the PC it you know, clearly made a difference. There was enough signatures, and not only that, but you know, the developer clearly responded. Certain developers seem to respond to petitions more than others. Like Software, in my experience, has actually been pretty good to their fan base. Namco wasn't so great for the localization, but Software itself is, you know, pretty good. So I'm not really sure where I stand on the PC thing. I actually have a gaming PC, so I'm in a position where if I wanted to, I could buy it. But you see, I already bought the game on the Xbox and the PlayStation 3, so it feels almost excessive to buy it over and over and over again. I don't know, just seem to be using a Firestorm here to limited effect. But man, I've already bought it so many times. Like, do I really want to drop another 50 or 60 bucks? Because some of these PC games are 50 as opposed to 60, so it's like, do I really want to drop another 50 bucks on a game I've already bought twice? Of course, the Prepare to Die edition, which is the official name for the PC version, is supposed to have like some added boss fights and areas and additional content. And I had read somewhere that there was actually supposed to be better player versus player support on the PC version. So, you know, if the piece, I guess the way I look at it is, if the PvP support on PC turns out to be better than it is on the consoles, I will probably buy it, because that's where most of the longevity in Dark Souls is for me, is in the player versus player. So it's also not releasing on Steam, which is a miracle for me. I know most people who play on PC, you know, they love Steam. Steam is everything, but like I said, before I live on a college campus, and it doesn't allow Steam. They've blocked the ports for Steam, and I've requested it be unlocked both as a student and as an employee, and I've either gotten no response or I've been turned down. So as a result, I can't play anything on Steam, and so many games are on Steam for PC. That's why I have sort of a gaming PC, yet I never play it. Like, because I wanted to buy Shogun, for example, but because of my limitations on this network, that was just something I didn't get to do. It's really disappointing, really, considering you know, I shelled out a significant amount of money to have this gaming PC, and I basically did that to buy StarCraft 2 because I was a huge StarCraft nerd growing up, so I figured, like, oh man, this is the sequel, finally, I've got to get in on this, and so I bought it, but as it turned out, I really didn't play it as much as I thought I would. To to get good at RTS games, you have to put a lot of time and energy into them, and I used to make the joke, I guess it almost holds true, that I could probably write a thesis in the same time it would take me to get really competitive at StarCraft 2, so just not something I'm interested in doing, and I don't know. So, have this gaming PC that I rarely ever play, so the fact that Dark Souls is coming out not on Steam is pretty gratifying for me, because I might actually be able to buy something on PC that I like for a change. Like I got Skyrim for PC, and Skyrim's a single-player game, but because everything authenticates through Steam, because, you know, PC gaming has a lot of authentication going on in all their games in my experience, kind of had that issue where I was like, well, you know, I can't really play this until I go home or I get a chance to download it, so I basically have a Skyrim Collector's Edition on PC, it's been sitting in my apartment for a long time, really doing nothing. I finally went home at one point, managed to install it and authenticate it, and then I could play Steam in offline mode, but I don't know, it's just frustrating. It's not Steam's fault, it's not PC Gaming's fault, it's the fault of my college network, I guess, for limiting me so severely, but that won't be an issue for the Dark Souls release, and I'm pretty excited about that. With that said, though, I don't know if I'm going to buy it. Like, I guess it also depends on what's coming to the consoles, because I don't know how PvP would work on PC, because, you know, there's definitely modders on console, some of which have been in my commentaries, not by me, but other people have been modding, and I'm sure in PC modding will probably be even more common. Now, once again, I could put my foot in my mouth, maybe software will take big steps to make sure that doesn't happen, but I would be shocked if there wasn't not only heavy single-player modding on PC, but character modding for PvP, so I'm not sure what they'll do about that, if anything. I guess the issue would be you could just keep playing until you found non-modding people on the PC, but I'm not sure. I'll wait to see how the PC edition releases. I know it's going to have extra content, so, you know, I could talk myself in circles about it for another 7 minutes, but I think ultimately, if the PvP support is better, and or the DLC, or there is no DLC for consoles, then I will probably wind up getting on the PC because I'm such an addict. Then I'll have to buy fraps to put on this channel because I just go big or go home, you know, but I don't know if I could ever give up the console versions. I know on the PC I'd still be playing on a gamepad to try to mimic what I've learned on my Xbox and my PlayStation 3. You know, I'm comfortable on the Xbox controller and the PS3 controller for Dark Souls, and I'm not really looking to learn, like, keyboard as well. So it's gonna be gamepad for sure, probably an Xbox 360 gamepad, since that's easier for me to locate on the PC. And that's, I don't know, I know the Prepare to Die edition already has all these bosses and areas, and I would be shocked if they didn't come to consoles for DLC, but then again, at one point I said I would be shocked if it came to PC at all, and yet here we are. But with any luck, software won't... You know, it's the consoles that built the popularity for this game, and then the PC community demanded it, and they got it, and that's great. I have a gaming PC, I just rarely use it for gaming, so... You know, I guess in a way I'm completely eligible to be part of the PC community, so... I'm glad it's coming to PC, actually. I think it would be unfair if the consoles didn't get it on the DLC, because it's really the console players where the game was founded and really built the hype, and, you know, this game, Demon's Souls felt like underground. I mean, it's got acclaim and everyone's heard of it, but in a way, Demon's Souls felt kind of underground, whereas Dark Souls feels a little more mainstream than Demon's Souls did. So, and the fact that it's coming to PC just proves it's gotten more mainstream, and that's great. You know, I'm glad the game series is getting more mainstream and probably get more support now. And I just kind of wonder, like, you know, the consoles, if they don't get the DLC, it's just going to be kind of unfortunate because they really helped bring the game, you know, as far as it has come. I guess that's really all my thoughts on the PC version. I know the message boards are flooding with PC elitists sort of laughing and trolling about how they finally have access to it, and their version's going to be better than the console version. Then on the message board I see the console players whining about how they don't have a gaming PC and they can't afford one, so they better get the DLC. You know, I guess I'm in a position where I can have to worry about stuff like that because... and you'll see me here going to the crow's nest, so I'm going to grab a ring. Old Spider Witch's ring so that I can talk to Quilina. There's really no reason to, because I talk to her like once a playthrough sometimes, but at the same time there's no reason not to have it because I'll get another Sunlight Maggot Helm, and it's one of those items you really don't need more than one of either item, so you might as well get both and just, you know, have it all, even though most of it's pointless. Most of the items in Dark Souls wind up being pointless beyond flavor, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's not really the developer's fault. I don't think the item balance in this game is that off. I mean, it's off really bad for PvP, but for PvE, I think it's pretty good. And I think the developers clearly emphasized, player versus engine in the development of Dark Souls. This was not intended to be a heavily PvP game, especially not with the localization Namco did, where it kind of shot competitive PvP in some ways. But it's not as bad. It got better. The connectivity got better as time went on, for sure. Like, I'm really sad that the Demon Souls servers are going to come down at the end of this year, because, it'd be really neat for me to go back and make a Demon Souls Let's Play and go PvP on Demon Souls a little bit. I had a lot of fun. I didn't PvP very much at all on Demon Souls, nor did I really know what I was doing, but when I did it, it was pretty fun, and I know it's much easier to make a character if you want to cheat on Demon Souls because of all the glitching and duping that can easily be done now. And if I was going to make a Demon Souls PvP character, I probably would have to use, item duping or something to make it, because with the servers going down in a year, I just don't feel inclined to do it legitimately. So we'll see. That might be the next big thing for this channel, but probably not. Something will probably come along that will distract me. Maybe Dark Souls coming to the PC will help increase some longevity, because I notice on PC games, privately run servers are common. Even if games aren't designed to facilitate that, people usually find a way to get private servers, so private servers for Dark Souls could keep the game going forever, and then the PC players will mod it. And I don't know how I feel about mods for this game. There are a lot of improvements I'd like to make, and I'm sure a lot of improvements other people would like to make, and the problem is finding a modded edition of Dark Souls that you like. I don't really want to get into a situation where I play through Dark Souls 900 times with 900 different mods. Like, I like to play games that are mostly vanilla form, even on PC. I think that's just my console preference, sort of bleeding into my PC gaming habits. But I always had a joke that, and this probably isn't fair, but I used to have a joke that PC players, the first thing they do when they get a game is they want to mod it. Anything they don't like about the game, it's cool, we can just mod it out. Whereas on the the consoles, it's like, man, I can't wait to play this. I don't know. That's definitely true for like certain games I can't play unless they're modded. Like the Elder Scrolls series, I can play Morrowind and Skyrim without mods, and I love it. Love it all day long. But like, I could not play Oblivion without mods because I hated like the level loot system and the random drops and stuff like that. I'm a huge The Elder Scrolls fan. You probably could have guessed that from my commentaries, but I love the Elder Scrolls series, and even more to the point, I absolutely love Morrowind. I could probably go play Morrowind 20 times and never get bored with it. I just love that game so much, and I really am thinking about playing back through it because I haven't played it in so long, and there's a lot of stuff I just don't remember about it. I know I've got like the discs to put it on my PC, but they're probably at home and not here at the college, so I have to go home and get them and install them and stuff like that. And I'd probably put a few mods on it because the Morrowind graphics engine is really outdated, and I don't mind that at all. I'm not a graphics whore, but at the same time, as much as I love the appeal of retro, since there's so many great mods to bring the graphical level up to Oblivion at least, or I hear they're making mods that bring up to like Skyrim level of texture, I would probably have to up the graphics a little bit. But that's sort of my gameplay commentary for the day. I'm just really hung up on really hung up on this PC gaming thing. I definitely think that I'll wind up buying Dark Souls on the PC, but it doesn't come out till August, so by that time I'm sure this Let's Play will be completed and it'll be time for new projects on the channel. So what'll be important is finding what to do in the interim for this channel between the release of the PC Dark Souls and this Dark Souls. Maybe that's going to wind up being some Elder Scrolls stuff. Maybe we'll play some more Call of Duty. Maybe we'll just do more Dark Souls PvP. There's definitely a lot of options, and the question really becomes, do I want to take a break from this game before the PC edition comes out? Because I've put a ton of hours into this game, as I've said before, and I don't regret that. It's just, maybe it's time to put some other things on this channel. Variety is always good, both in my personal gaming habits and for the channel. I'm much happier commentating when I'm playing more than just one game, so we'll see what happens. I've been playing some Armored Core 5, but all the commentaries I put out are just ultra lousy, so I wind up not uploading them and wishing I could commentate it better. I just don't know enough about it. And you'll see me basically wasting Gwen's soul here. I was going to make his sword, but I went ahead and decided to grab the Miracle. I don't have nearly 50 faith to cast. I think I have like 8 faith. The only reason I purchased it was so I could get the All Miracles trophy on PlayStation 3 for really no reason. I still have to get the Dark Moon Blade Miracle, which will be sort of my next thing once I reach Anor Londo, is just kneel, get the Miracle, and just go kill Gwendolyn. So, anyway guys, thanks for watching. That's kind of the end of this session. I know this wasn't probably the most intense commentary I put out ever, but I just want to throw something out there before I start on all that graduate homework I complain about so much. Alright, well, everyone, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, and let me know if you like the audio levels in this video. Some people were saying the audio levels in the other video was kind of wonky, so try to fix this one up a little bit. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.